approach will help your lawn be thick and weed-free guaranteed. Go to truegreen.com/radio to save 50% on your first service. Just call 877-379-3504 or go to truegreen.com/radio today and get a lawn to be proud of.
Spectrum Business always delivers fast and reliable internet for less. And now, new Spectrum Business customers get an added bonus. 8 weeks of local TV advertising worth $1,500 for free. So your business gets the best internet and $1,500 of free local TV advertising to bring in new customers. Visit spectrum.com/reach and make the switch today. Spectrum Business. No nonsense, just business. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
At the intersection of Wall Street, Washington, Silicon Valley, and Hollywood, news is happening all the time, and there's always more to the story. Hi, I'm Peter Hamby, host of a new daily podcast powered by Puck News called The Powers That Be. Every weekday on The Powers That Be, I'll ride alongside the always informed but equally curious journalists at Puck News for an inside look behind the stories shaping the week and our culture. Listen to The Powers That Be, a podcast from Cadence 13 Studios, available for free now on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
It is 10:38, time to head over to your local Honda dealer's traffic center. And Victor.
Taking a look at Highway 12/121. This is in the Napa-Sonoma County area. Both directions, you have pockets of slow to heavy traffic. This traffic report is brought to you by Dolan Law Firm. It's between Highway 29 and Napa Road. There's ongoing road work that's causing a bit of a slowdown in both directions. Now, also being reported a stalled car in the, this would be the eastbound direction of Highway 12 right at Napa Road, blocking the eastbound lane. So keep an eye out for that. I see a little bit of brake tapping there. You should be able to get around that. Once you do, looks like it's a pretty smooth ride. Also looking at slow traffic on Highway 37 in the westbound direction as you leave the Vallejo area over Mare Island. Once you get past that, the rest of your ride, Highway 121 at Sears Point, Sonoma County, that is clear and at the speed limit. And on the East Shore Freeway, looking at a little bit of a slowdown on 80 westbound right around Golden Gate Fields. That's where you see the brake lights. All the way to slightly past Powell Street, there is a report of a crash past Powell Street, but it looks like they made it over to the right-hand shoulder. People just slowing down, taking a quick look. By the time you reach the 8580 interchange, then you'll be clearing at the speed limit. Dolan Law Firm, representing people injured by the fault of others and by unlawful workplace discrimination and harassment. With offices throughout the Bay Area and L.A., Dolan Law helps fight injustice. DolanLawFirm.com. Your next traffic update at 10:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
KCBS forecast sponsored by Envision Toyota of Milpitas. A sunny afternoon, highs 60s to low 70s. Bit of that breeze continuing with us, warmer than yesterday, not quite as warm as tomorrow. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Dig your vinyl, man.
My budget doesn't. Calling time on collecting.
Don't give it up. State Farm has options to get you a surprisingly great rate.
Rock on.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Hey, Dallas-Fort Worth. Spring is almost here, and now's the perfect time to get a healthy, pest-controlled lawn with your local experts at TruGreen, America's #1 lawn care company. TruGreen's science-based approach will help your lawn be thick and weed-free guaranteed. Go to truegreen.com/radio to save 50% on your first service. Just call 877-379-3504 or go to truegreen.com/radio today and get a lawn to be proud of.
North Texas severe spring storm seasons can take a beating to your roof. Hi, this is Brad Sham, along with Lon Smith Roofing President Sean Michael, with a word about impact-resistant shingles.
Most homeowners aren't even aware of Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and that they can protect their home from future damages. If you think you have storm damage, make sure to call a trusted roofing company who offers impact-resistant shingles.
Visit lonsmith.com to schedule a no-cost, no-obligation roof inspection and ask about impact-resistant shingles.
Small businesses who switch to Spectrum Business can cut their internet and phone bill in half.
Spectrum Business can cut my bill in half? Really?
It's true. You're overpaying and we can prove it. Grab your bill and visit spectrum.com/business calculator. In just 3 easy steps, you'll see your savings.
Wow. I can save over $1,500 a year.
That's real savings. See for yourself. Visit spectrum.com/business calculator and make the switch today. Restrictions apply.
Do you ever get the feeling you're spending a little too much time online? Me too. In fact, I felt it so much that I started a whole podcast about it. It's called Offline. It's a new weekly interview podcast from me, Jon Favreau. Each week on Offline, I talk to someone from news, politics, entertainment, sports, or business, about the ways our extremely online existence is shaping the way we live, work, and interact with one another. New episodes of Offline with Jon Favreau drop every Sunday. Listen on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's probably the best betting experience of the entire calendar year, and that includes football season.
Nick Kostos, co-host of You Better You Bet, 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern on the BetQL network.
You gotta love March for sports betting. Betting on the college basketball tournament is absolutely awesome. There are so many games. Everything builds up to a fever pitch for this amazing tournament.
All the insight you need to bet smarter is at BetQL.com. And listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Kostos and Ken Barkley, streaming weekdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern on Odyssey.
KCBS News Time at 10:42. As internet-connected cars become more advanced, there's concerns that the private data they collect about you can be abused, and there's no opting out. But as KCBS's Mike DeWald reports, that could soon change in California.
It's called geolocation, and it's common in smartphones, keeping tabs on where you go and what you do to build a profile of sorts. Well, according to consumer watchdog's Justin Klosko, that same technology is used in cars.
Car companies realize they want to become that. You know, cars have more and more over the past 10 years sort of become smartphones.
Klosko says car companies argue the data is used for safety, but it's also being used for targeting ads, insurance, any number of reasons.
Just capturing everything you're doing, your text messages, your speed, your braking, your driving and buying habits.
He says the use of information by law enforcement also blurs privacy lines.
A lot of the cars, you know, if you have a newish car, collect more data than your phone.
A new privacy commission created by the voter-approved Prop 24 is considering this. The 5-member body will put new privacy rules in place in 2023. If the opt-out is included, it would make California the first state in the nation to allow drivers to choose not to be tracked. Mike DeWald, KCBS.
The Blue Origin space company founded by Jeff Bezos has successfully launched 6 passengers on another short suborbital tourist flight.
2, 1, 0.
After the New Shepard rocket took off from its West Texas launch pad this morning, the passenger capsule reached an altitude of just over 60 miles before coming down to a safe landing after a flight of less than 10 minutes. But unlike the company's 3 previous human launches, there were no celebrities on board this time. Comedian Pete Davidson had been set to take part, but later dropped out. So his free seat was then filled by longtime Blue Origin employees, accompanied by 5 paying passengers. Just ahead on KCBS.
I'm Jeffrey Schaub in San Francisco. Will the city ever have another Charlotte Maillard Schultz?
This woman was an extraordinary, one-of-a-kind person.
It is sports time at 10:45. Here's Joe.
It wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. The United States men's soccer team heading back to the World Cup for the first time since 2014 as they clinched their spot with a 2-0 loss to Costa Rica. The U.S. just had to make sure not to lose by 6 goals last night, and they played a lot more like a team thinking about that than actually trying to win. And despite a muted celebration on the field, U.S. head coach Greg Berhalter was very proud of the way his young team accomplished their larger goal of making it back to the World Cup.
For us, it's about keeping things in perspective. You know, we're the youngest team to ever qualify for the World Cup, youngest U.S. team. And we'll be the youngest team at the World Cup. And that's an accomplishment for these guys. It really is. And it's relevant what this group did. When you think about this window in particular, the amount of injuries we had and key players out, and, you know, we didn't skip a beat.
One of those young players for the U.S. is star Christian Pulisic, who says the team is very much looking forward to what comes next.
I'm super happy. I've just always wanted to play in a World Cup since I was a kid, and we're all just thrilled, man. I'm super proud of these guys and super excited for what's to come.
After last night's results, Canada, the U.S., and Mexico all earning the automatic berth to the World Cup. And Costa Rica, they're still going to have a chance as they're going to have a play-in game against New Zealand later this summer for one of the final 3 spots in World Cup qualifying. From the Sports Desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
Dig your vinyl, man.
My budget doesn't. Calling time on collecting.
Don't give it up. State Farm has options to get you a surprisingly great rate.
Rock on.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Hey, Dallas-Fort Worth. Spring is almost here, and now's the perfect time to get a healthy, pest-controlled lawn with your local experts at TruGreen, America's #1 lawn care company. TruGreen's science-based approach will help your lawn be thick and weed-free guaranteed. Go to truegreen.com/radio to save 50% on your first service. Just call 877-379-3504 or go to truegreen.com/radio today and get a lawn to be proud of.
North Texas severe spring storm seasons can take a beating to your roof. Hi, this is Brad Sham, along with Lon Smith Roofing President Shawn Michael, with a word about impact-resistant shingles.
Most homeowners aren't even aware of Class 4 impact-resistant shingles and that they can protect their home from future damages. If you think you have storm damage, make sure to call a trusted roofing company who offers impact-resistant shingles.
Visit lonsmith.com to schedule a no-cost, no-obligation roof inspection and ask about impact-resistant shingles.
There are all kinds of smart speakers and connected devices.
No matter what device you have, Odyssey has something you'll love.
Blast your favorite music on home entertainment devices like Roku, Chromecast, Sonos, and more.
Just look for the Odyssey app.
Want to access more stations through your car?
Try out Odyssey with Waze or Apple CarPlay. Plus, listen to your favorite stations on your phone with the Odyssey app.
Listen to Odyssey anytime on all your smart speakers and connected devices.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Time to go to your local Chevy dealer's Honda desk. Here is Victor.
Looking at slow traffic on northbound 101 through Mountain View, although a couple issues have cleared already. There's still a little bit of a brake tapping between, let's say, Shoreline Boulevard and San Antonio Road. Once you get past that, the rest of the peninsula on northbound 101 looks really nice. All the way to, we'll take it to SFO and beyond after that, all the way into San Francisco to 280. Now after
we are going to get more on traffic in just a minute. So sorry to interrupt you, Victor. We have President Biden speaking. We're going to go to him
Thousands of deaths and untold destruction. Working with our NATO allies and our European partners and beyond that, we're responding. We're aiding the Ukrainian people, both economically and militarily, while leaving the most punishing economic sanctions against Russia ever used against another nation in place and increasing them. Thus far, these actions are crippling Russia's economy, isolating Putin from the world, and helping Ukrainians fight for their country and ease their suffering. But as I've said from the start, Putin's war is imposing a cost on America and our allies and democracies around the world. Today, I want to talk about one aspect of Putin's war that affects and has real effects on American people. Putin's price hike that Americans and our allies are feeling at the pump. I know how much it hurts. As you've heard me say before, I grew up in a family like many of you, where the price of a gallon of gasoline went up, it was discussion at the kitchen table. Our family budgets, your family budgets, to fill a tank, none of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war. So today I'm laying out a two-part plan, not only to ease the pain that families are feeling right now, but to end this era of dependence and uncertainty, and to lay a new foundation for true and lasting American energy independence. Parenthetically, just imagine if, in fact, Europe didn't have to count on Russian oil. If they were energy independent, it would change the nature of so much. The problem we're facing with gas prices has two roots. First, the pandemic. When COVID struck, demand for oil plummeted, so production slowed down worldwide. Because of the strength and the speed of our recovery, demand for oil shot back up much faster than the supply. That's why the cost of gas began to rise last year. The second root is Vladimir Putin.